Hey guys, this is James, the Rambling Dasher, and welcome to an episode of Dashing in the Dark. So, it's not quite dark yet though, but we're getting there. We've been dashing already for about 4 hours today. We're sitting at about $57, I think it was. So, $57.57. And we just got another, I think it was a small order from McDonald's. I can't remember. I don't know what it was, but we got the order. I accepted it because we are in the middle of accepting every order to see how long it takes us to get to 100 orders after being on vacation and coming back with a big fat 0 on the total orders in the last 30 days. So yeah, there's that. And we are working on day 10, and we are at 85 orders so far. So if we hit 90 tonight, I would be surprised. But after I dashed some on Sunday, I predicted Wednesday would be the day, because usually Tuesdays is a light day, 3-hour day. I think I'd be hard pressed to get 10 orders tomorrow if I got 5 tonight. So I think Wednesday night will be the night that we hit the 100, and our status will be up there into the platinum area, because we have all the rest of the criteria met for gold. The only difference between gold and platinum is number of orders in the last 30 days, and you have to have 100 to hit platinum. So I kind of like the rule. It means you've got to be working to get the platinum. You got to have a good acceptance rate. You got to have a good customer care, enough so that they rate you. So I see a lot of people with questions about how do you get ratings. They're like, I've done 50 orders and I don't have any ratings or whatever, you know. And here's the crappy part, is that if you do one bad order in your first 10, your ratings are shot. So so how do I get good ratings? I've had, I mean, I don't know what my lowest has been, but 4.9 maybe. I've had a point in time where I had a couple of 1 stars, a 2 star, a 3 star, and the rest were 5 stars. Which, when you, and the way that they only track the last 100 ratings, right? So if you have one fall off that was a 5 star and turns into a 1 star, it doesn't really hurt you that much when you've got 100. But when you've got 10, it's not good. So how do I get ratings? I go out there and I do the best I can. Is 1, deliver the food on time. 2, make sure it stays your best to keep it warm, right? So put the food in the bags. I don't typically put like Walmart, or not Walmart, but McDonald's is where I'm going right now. I don't put theirs in a bag because they got those big old bags, and it has the drinks in there. It has everything in there. What the heck? Their parking lot is full. I need some extra steps anyway. But just stay on top of your stuff. One thing else that I do that I personally feel like it comes across as good, I read some comments that says don't speak unless spoken to, but I also get so many people that are thankful that I keep them up to date on where things are. And I take it one step forward, is I have a saved folder full of memes that are DoorDash memes, and I keep those and ready to go. So I always do three messages to every person, right? One when I get to the place, and it's and I have my phone is an Android, and it lets you store stuff in a clipboard. So I just go in there and hit I don't know, what does it take to do the clipboard. There's a clipboard button, and you can pull up the clipboard, and then I've got these 3 pinned as the 3 pinned ones. So the first one says, and I'll do this one right here because I'm just here, so I'll read it to you. So I'm going to mark it as arrived at the store. So I'll go to the messaging and I will type in, hey. So I have to type in that and type in their first name. So I try to make it personal, right? So when you make it personal by including their name, they know it's not just copy and paste. The rest of it's copy and paste, but the fact that you took the time, right? So this person, typing in their name, try to make sure you spell it correctly. Because a lot of times people's names nowadays are very interesting, and they don't work with with normal spell check. Anyway, I'll tell you that. So, and then so I typed in hey and first name, and then I do exclamation points, right? And then I type in the name of the restaurant. So McDonald's space, and then I go to my clipboard, and the I got 3 of them. So this one, and I click it and I hit send. So now it sent them a message that says, hey, person's name, McDonald's is working on your order. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make your experience better. Boom. Cheesy as all get out. But you know what? To me, it works. And then I go to my albums. So I click on the import photo and click on albums. Well, my top album is my DoorDash album. And I send them, depending, I have a male one and I have a female one. And this name, I have no idea if this is a man or a woman. So we'll just go with the female version. And the female one is the Friends people sitting there like this and looking up like they're waiting for something. And it just says waiting on your food at the restaurant. It's just, I don't know what it says, because let me see if I can zoom in, because it crops it. It just says me waiting on your order, and it shows Joey, Chandler, Monica, and Rachel from Friends. So I don't care what it is. I like that one. I also have a man one that has John Krasinski as Jim Halpert in The Office, and he's in the conference room looking through the blinds. And it says something like me waiting on your order. So send that one, and then you turn around and send the next. When you get their order, you get it in your car, and you put it in the warming bag and all that fun stuff. You send them another order that says, hey, I'm on the way. Mine says something like, I have your order and headed your way, period. And then I send them a meme that's very much the same. There's tons of memes out there. Some of them are funnier than others. Some of them are just matter of fact. Most of them have something in there. Like my standard one is Johnny Depp as the pirate, and he's running from all the cannibals, right? So this person just wrote back and says, oh, okay, thank you. Just hope they remember my drink and that I have a medium fry and large fry, LOL. Sometimes they put 2 mediums and my daughter will have a fit. I was like, so I don't know what to say to that, because I can't get in the bag. So totally understand. So I just wrote him a quick message that says, totally understand. McDonald's makes it hard as I can't, and I hate DoorDash's app, really do, as they don't come to the window for me to even ask a question, and their bags are sealed. Fingers crossed. So anyway, be sure to reply to their questions. So I send them a meme after the delivery, and then the last one, when I pull up, I say, dropping off now, thank you, enjoy. And send a meme where I have one where it's knocking on their door, and it says something cheesy. I don't really care what it says, what the meme says. I need to find a better one for the delivery one, but anyway. So I'm gonna run in there, grab this food, we'll be back out, but anyway, I don't know how I got started down this path, but I do want to encourage you guys, get the orders, get the ratings. So anyway, catch you in a minute. All right, we are back. So I guess we were talking about how to get ratings, and that's how I get ratings. I think 3 major ways there. So, oh, hand it to the order. A pin is required. I haven't had one of these in a while. So I'm gonna send this person, I have your order, headed your way, send a meme, and I have a special one for McDonald's. It's a picture of the Hamburglar, and it says that, what does it say? It's not loading. There it is. I have stolen your order. Just joking. I'm on the way. So you got to be old to know who the Hamburglar is. So anyway, I don't know if that. A lot of people do chuckle or laugh or haha at it, but I don't know if they recognize what it is, other than the fact that it says I stole your order, and it looks like I'm a criminal from the 1950s. Anyway, so I'm gonna put a little funny banter on here. That just says, the bag feels, if I can spell, the bag feels heavy enough to have a large fry. So we'll see. 6 minutes away, 2.4 miles. So sometimes it just takes at least to get the onus off of you onto the restaurant, because here's the deal, a lot of times the restaurants screw things up, but you get the blame for it, and you get the rating for it, and it has nothing to do with you. So just keep that in mind. Why is this thing flooded full of water here? I don't know. I don't want to go through all that stuff. Probably should to clean off this dirty car, but that looks a little dirty to me. I think I'm going the wrong way through a one-way entrance here. Sorry, people. Okay, 5 minutes away. So that was a long version. Here's a quick version. Quick version of how I get ratings. Number one, deliver it quickly, right? Number 2, put the food in a warming bag. Keep their food warm. Number 3, communication. And I probably over communicate, but maybe not over, but still, I let them know 3 times. 1, when I get to the restaurant. 2, when I leave the restaurant and headed their way. 3, when I get there to deliver the food. And I got 5.0 in my last 100. I wish DoorDash would let me know when I got a new rating and what it was, but they don't. So all I know is I have 5.0 on my last 100. So anyway, maybe that helps you out, maybe it doesn't, but I wish you well in getting those ratings. I see a lot of comments on Facebook in different DoorDashing groups asking about ratings and how to get ratings, and I think that's one of the things, like when new people get on, if they aren't attention to detail when it comes to deliveries, and I've done this where I've gotten 2 stacked orders and delivered both orders to the wrong addresses. And yeah, that's probably where my 2 1.0s came from, back to back there or something. And it's hard to get those 1 stars off your record, because it takes 100 deliveries. It takes not 100 deliveries, it takes 100 ratings. And if people are not quick to give you ratings, then it takes a long time for a 1 star to fall off. So it becomes I don't know how to say it, but it is important that if you do get that 1 star rating, that you start looking for ratings, or doing things to get other people to rate you, so that you can get to that 100 ratings. And obviously you're not going to get it done in 2 or 3 weeks, because not that I've tried to get the ratings, I've tried to get the 100 deliveries in 30 days, and I am on my 10th day and I'm at 80 deliveries. So there's no way I'm going to get 100 ratings in 10 days, but when I only have 80 deliveries, right? So it might take you 3 months to get 100 ratings. It might take you longer. So it's getting ratings is not an easy task. Some people don't care, right? But I think DoorDash cares. DoorDash does not want you to have poor ratings, or they will, I don't know. I think there's a minimum they let you go to, and if you get there, then they maybe kick you out. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. I haven't read up on that. But I do work hard for my ratings, and I try to, more than the ratings is, my goal is to get extra money. So I'm not gonna lie about it. My goal here is to be so nice that they feel compelled to give me extra tip, either in cash or in the DoorDash at the end. And if I can get someone to give me a 5-star rating and extra cash, I've done my job, right? Because I'm not doing DoorDash for my health, right? I'm doing DoorDash for the money and for nothing else. So, alright, I'm gonna go deliver this food, and we'll see if we get a rating and or a tip. So we'll be right back. Alright, well, that was the first. The doorbell talked to me while the kid answered the door. So, anyway, I hope she got her fries. So I told the daughter I hope she gets her. I hope. Oh crap! Dang it! I hate this thing. Why? I might have to call this person. Hold on. All right. So got the PIN number. It was a $3 DoorDash pay. Customer pay $3, so that was nice. Continue. I'm up to 63.57, and we are at. It took away my circle. Finding orders. Oh, I'm out of the zone. How can I be out of the zone? That's frustrating. $86 orders. Return to Dash. Alright, so I had to take my mic down, plug it in, because these things were flashing red lights on the mic and the receiver, because they go about, well, they did pretty good tonight. Roughly 4 hours, almost 4.5 hours. They were just, I don't know how much longer they will go flashing the red lights, but I just looked down and noticed they had a red flashing light, so plugged them in, let them charge up. This car has one plug for jack in it, and I got one that has the 2 USB cords. Alright, so, there's a Yum Yum and Bryant. So I just got an order for them for $5 1/4 for 3.3 miles that I will accept. And good, because I need directions on how to get out of this neighborhood, which isn't hard if you use GPS, but you get back over in here and it's like, what in the world? Okay. Yum yum. Okay, it's getting darker. I wonder. Oh, I see. I need it. See if I can get down in here and get my little trusty flashlight out, because we're gonna need it. Or it's not a flashlight, but it's my ambiance light for door dashing. What's the chances I can run the gauntlet here and get across this road? Oh, look at that. Look at that. I wish I would have not gone straight, but because there's a big hole in their driveway right there. And it looks like I'm coming in through the exit. Alright, so I'm going to run in, grab this food. I will be right back. Alright, we are back to dashing in the dark. I don't know if I can get this light to work. There it goes. There it goes. And I'm sitting under here in some blaring lights at this restaurant. But, alright, we got all the food loaded up. We are headed out to deliver some hibachi. Hibachi and gyoza. Sounds like a good meal. So, one thing I don't like about the setup with this is when I plug this in and I plug the receiver in, that I lose my 2 phone chargers. And not that I need the phone charger, but the one phone charger I have that is freaking awesome, I couldn't tell you the brand name, but I'm gonna put a link to it in. It's gonna be in the Rambling Dasher store in the link in the description. It charges wirelessly, but obviously it has to be plugged in. But the phone just sits in there. But as soon as you put the phone in there, then it collapses the sides and pulls the bottom up automatically. And then you push a button on the side and it releases the phone. But when the phone charger is not plugged in, then it doesn't work. And right now, the phone charger is plugged in to the mic. So, yeah, so you kind of have to squeeze it and wedge the phone in there so it won't fall out while you're driving down the road. And I forget that I don't have it every single time. And I push the button, nothing happens. Or I set the phone in there and it just doesn't do anything. And I'm like, what the heck? Oh yeah, I don't have it plugged in. So it would be nice, I don't know, I need because this is, I can't remember how old this car is. It might be a 2010, 2012, I don't remember. But anyway, it only has the one car charging cigarette lighter, let's say, because I don't know what else to call it. It only has one of those. And the cigarette lighter only has it has 2 USBs. So, is there something that goes to a USB to multi-USB? Maybe I can, but will it work? I need a USB with multi-port. That's what I need. I need a USB that has 4. So I could just keep all 4 things plugged in the whole time. That would be nice. I might look for that. I might look for that. I might have to get gas tonight. It is 8:46. I don't know how far away. I'd like to get 100 on a Monday. I haven't had 100 on a Monday in a good while that I know of. Well, because I know I didn't get it the last 2 weeks. So, but that's my goal. And I'm getting little orders here and there after 8 o'clock, but maybe, I don't know, we'll look at the numbers after this one. I might be closer than I think, though, because I'm probably not counting the cash tips that I have, which is $12. So I do have $12 in cash tips from tonight, so it puts me up higher than what the numbers on the computer says, or on the app. So I might be up over $70 by now, maybe. But still, it's still hard when it's 8:48 and you need $25, $30. So we're fixing to find out. I don't know I don't know how much I have to have, but I might stay out a little bit past 10 just to try to get the 100. But I also have to be home in time to get my steps in, which I still need quite a few steps. I need 5,200, so which is a good 50 plus minutes, so I need to be home by 11 to get my steps in before midnight. And I hate being under pressure like that. I know the other night I think it was Saturday night, I dropped the ball. I missed it by 200 steps, which stop. Where is the address? Alright, I hate these houses that I can't see the address on them. They don't have numbers anywhere that I can see anyway. I'm gonna guess that it's this house with no numbers, just based upon what it looks like on the GPS. Alright, I'm gonna deliver this food. We'll be right back. Alright, so that was $5.25, $2.25 with the $3 tip, puts me at $68.82, which is roughly $80. So I need $20 more in an hour and 15 minutes. Hour and 10 minutes. And did I send them a notice at the end? I don't think I did. Nope. Okay. Sent them a little notice at the end. And looking for orders. Send me the orders. It is getting dark. Very much so. Alright. There's my light. Everything's fuzzy because of this. Somehow I keep hitting this screen and takes the focus onto somewhere on that screen, so I have to quit. I don't know how I'm doing it, really. Probably taking that other phone in and out of its case. So alright, where are we going? I need $20. It says $68.82, and I had $12, which puts me at a roughly $80.82. Is that proper math? $80.82. So that means I need 20 more bucks. 20 more dollars, people. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Preferably close by and not an hour-long delivery to get 10. Oh man, it is hot and sticky out here tonight. Hot and sticky. $8.53. Who's eating at $8.53? Me? I have had a Cliff Bar, a bag of Doritos, and a Mountain Dew. I didn't even pack my, I got a little bit of stuff at the house, but I didn't pack anything. I got grapes, I got some carrots, I got some tomatoes, and I have some blueberries, and a little bit of cashews, pistachios, and almonds left. So I don't know that I have anything. I had a late lunch today, so I don't feel all that hungry at all, really, after eating that Cliff Bar. So maybe I just won't eat anything else tonight. But probably be hungry by the time I get home. Look. Oh crap, it's a double delivery, but it says 2 miles. Okay, hopefully both deliveries are to the same customer. But it's $10.25. I am accepting for Wendy's and McDonald's. And it is taking me to Wendy's first, and I just happen to be right here. And their drive-thru is wrapped around the building, which is not the norm for Wendy's. Which just also means the food ain't gonna be ready. How long am I gonna have to wait on this? Because number one, when they have a line around the building, that means they're having staff problems. Now I was in there the other day, and they had the best dudes working there. I haven't seen Wendy's backed up like this in a good while. Alright, we're gonna run in there and see what happens. I may have to jump over to McDonald's and get theirs and then come back, but we'll see. Alright, catch you in a minute. Alright, that wasn't all that bad. Now, come on people, get out of my way. Going to McDonald's. 2 doors down. I wish I could get through a back way, but there's not one. There's like, it's not even 2 doors down. It's only one place over, but there's a road in between us, and you can't just jump across. So yeah, they still have some decent employees right now, so that's good. I know the one time I went in there, not that long ago, there was 2 girls that were up in the far corner of the restaurant seating area that evidently, and there was people backed up in there waiting on their orders and stuff, and these 2 girls were back there just like, you know, doing their homework or doing something else, I don't know, but they weren't alert enough to see that there was some issues and that they might have to, you know, that they might come to work a few minutes early. So, all right, I'm gonna run into Mickey D's and pick up this order, so we'll be right back. Okay, both orders picked up in the back of the car, and we are headed that way. The first one is a whopping 0.4 mile. I mean, I think this person could have walked over here, but, you know, they did. I don't like this construction going on back here. It takes away from my secret exit ramp out of McDonald's. Got to go through the floodwaters or back through the wrong way. And I'm not going to do that this time. Alright, people, come on. Come on. We got to get these 2 orders out the door on the double. Okay, I mean, this thing is only right around the corner. It'd probably be easier to walk it over than to drive. Okay. Kind of places up here. I can't see. It's very dark back here. It's very dark in here altogether. Oh, this is where it's crap. Oh, I don't know if it's this one or the other one. Oh, look at there. They got the address where I can see it. That's nice of them to do that. I've delivered to this place before. Okay, exit. I'm gonna drop this food off. We'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And we are delivering the second order. It's only like 0.8 miles, I think it said, so we're almost there. It was good that these two orders were like a little bit, they're $10 and some change, and they were both within like 2 miles of each other. Not even 2 miles of each other, probably 1 mile from each other. Is that the people? I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell. I've never been to this place, but there's people standing out here. Y'all have a Wendy's order? Okay. No. I can, but I still gotta get out. I got it all warm for you and everything.
As long as it takes them, probably sat for 20 minutes.
Do what now?
So as long as it takes them, before you probably sat there for 20 minutes.
You know, so this is what I don't know is how many DoorDashers Alright, so I guess everybody heard all that. No big deal or anything, but anyway. Boom. Delivered that order. Exit. Continue. I'm gonna send them a quick note saying that dropping off. And send the meme anyway, even though it's already been delivered, because I have one that says it's been delivered. Complete. Oh, hand it to the customer. Boom. And 79:01. 11 out of 11. 5 hours and 4 minutes. It was $2.25. Dash pay, $3 and $5 tips. So that's the frustrating part about DoorDash and how they do that crap right there, is that I got $2.25 for 2 deliveries, and they have a $2 minimum per delivery. But when they combined them, they said, well, we're gonna keep almost half of that money. And even though it's not much, it's only $1.75, it's still $1.75 that should be mine. So that kind of perturbs me a little bit. But that puts us up to 89 deliveries. And I'm at 79.07 plus 12 would be 91.07. So I need a $9, $10, $20 order right now. I got 45 minutes. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Somebody can pull the trigger and give me a good, decent order. Somebody could pull the trigger. I'm getting very close, and this will put me at the 90th order. So, and there we go. Boom. $3. for 1.9 miles. All right, we're gonna get our 90th order on a $3 order, and that means a $2 DoorDash pay with a $1 tip. That means I only need another $7 after this one. Come on, DoorDash, throw me another Little Caesars on top of this one. Come on, people, get out of my way. Out of the way. I'm blocking the sidewalk. Alright. We are on the way to Little Caesars. Little Caesars, Little Caesars. Alright, pizza. Are we gonna get this $100? That's all I'm asking. $100. I personally wish it was $100 on the app, and then the tips would just be extra, because I always forget about the tips. But tonight I know I got $12 cash tip, so it's just in essence I would like to have $21 in the next hour, and that means it would be $110 with tips. Cash tips, man, I just lost my mic somewhere. I don't know where it went. There we go. Can you hear me? Oh, I gotta go inside and pick it up. I was about to drive through the drive-thru. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we have 2 pizzas and a Mountain Dew, and they sent some laughing emojis back at my little thing saying I was gonna eat their pizza with a Homer Simpson meme. Say thanks for the free food. Just kidding. I'm on my way. So sometimes that's a sign that you might get a tip. I would say there's probably like 40 to 50, maybe not that many, but maybe 25 to 40% chance you get a tip on people that send back responses to your memes. Especially if it's like laughing emojis and things like that, or like that's awesome, or something in that realm, then you have a better chance of getting an extra tip. So, and right now, but also never say never, but never say never. I can get tips. I can get tips from anybody. But it's not that far of a delivery either. I'm like 0.4 mile away. So not that bad of a delivery for $3. I'm sure it's been turned down already because it was already ready. And that rarely happens on an order that has any money to it, because those orders, if I get them early, they don't get declined by other people. So this one I felt like was probably declined once or twice before it ever hit me. Probably, well, and here's, oh shit, dang it. Why am I missing these turns? Hang on. Just bear with me, people. Don't be angry for me turning around in your driveway. Okay. So are these some of these apartments? How do I get in here? Okay. Okay. These aren't, yeah, I've been in here before. They're not they're not the worst apartments over here. There's some that are a lot worse. I mean, I don't know how they are. The outside, they're fairly clean and kept. Now, there's some other ones over here, somewhere around here, that are not. Now, here's the problem, is finding out this freaking apartment. So, in the dark, I've been here. I bet these are the same people I've delivered to like 3 or 4 times already. I'm hoping so anyway, because I can't see the apartment numbers or anything else because it's all dark and they're not labeled very well. All right, I'm gonna hit pause and we will be right back. All right, that was number 90. Now, how do I get out of this place? Why is it so freaking dark up in here? Why don't they have some lights in this neighborhood? They need to put some lights back there. Kid came out and I told him, I was like, you look taller than you did the last time I was here. He's like, you been here before? I was like, yeah, I've been here a bunch. Unless you got a younger brother. He's like, oh yeah. And I said, well, it could have been him. But I said, enjoy. And he goes, you. And he's like, I almost said you too. And I said, don't worry, I had a bite. But I was just kidding. Or was I? Alright. You know it's not good when you deliver a pizza and it only has 7 pieces. It's still round, but it only has 7 slices. Alright. I need $6 or so, something like that. Let's see. I'm at 82. So plus 12 would be 94. So yeah, $6. I will take a $20 order though. I would take a 20. I don't know that I'm gonna get a $20 order, but never say never. Never say never. It's a little late to get catering orders, but never say never. So I'm going through the usual fast food. Oh, there's another freaking $3 order. $3.75. Dang it. It's going to take me all night to get this freaking $100. $3.75 for 3.8 miles. I'm not going to get it by 10. Popeyes, have your food ready, please. Oh, I'm gonna have to go through the drive-thru on this one. They haven't been here this late at night, but they are pretty notorious for shutting the doors pretty early. I thought there's a light in this parking lot that is flashing, not. I thought it was my little night light here. All right, there's a Tesla in front of me, pulled in right before me. So I'm gonna sit through this drive-through and pick this food up. So I will catch you on the other side. Okay, guys, I am I've got the food and a drink. At the last second, they're like, after I got the food, they're like, hey, can you ask him if I can get 2 drumsticks instead of something else? Or I don't know what they said. And I was like, sorry, I already have the food and headed your way. So they were like, understood. So there's that. People want things like that occasionally. That is nothing. I hate those kind of orders because people are like, hey, can you, I hate asking the restaurant to change things when they really can't change stuff, right? If you order it, then you order it. And what makes this type of ordering system with a DoorDash is it has to be like a set menu, and you can't make changes. You can't exchange things. That's the hard part about this kind of stuff, is exchanging things like that. Not an easy task when you're dealing with a delivery person in the middle and an ordering system, and you don't talk to a real person, so computers can't understand, hey, flop this out for something else that may or may not be on the menu. So it looks like it's 2.9 miles. It takes 5 minutes to get there. We are at 9:41, so it'll be about 14 minutes to get another few dollars to try to put us over the $100 mark. So we're gonna shoot for it. We may be getting home a little later than I really want to, but I'm gonna get the $100. Well, I say I am. DoorDash could say, nope, you're not. They could be listening to this thing, even though I'm not even live casting. They could have the mic hooked up to their software and be listening to my whole conversation. So if you are DoorDash listening to my conversation, fix your app and give better pay on cash orders and any order that you need to increase your minimum, right? And don't take away the minimum just because you stack the orders. You don't get to keep that money. That's ridiculous. Right? Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh. How about these apartments back here? I haven't been to them in a long time. I don't like them. I pretty much don't like any apartments after dark because you can't see, you can't find things. You can't find house numbers after dark, but it's definitely hard to find apartments after dark when they don't label them well. They might label them with numbers, but they typically don't make them readable after dark. I'm just going to tell you, if you're an apartment builder, put lights on the apartment numbers. And don't number all of the apartment doors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number the doors after the number of the building, like 601, 602, 603. Not building 1, apartment 6. How am I supposed to know if you can't see the apartment number if you're in apartment 5 or 6, and then they're all labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? So you're pretty much screwed at that point if you deliver it to 501 instead of 601. But yeah, that's where we're going. Apartments! And what I don't know is, it looks like it's taking me to an actual apartment building, but sometimes these take you to, but hopefully it's taking me to the exact building, which is the first building in here, which is nice. You don't have to weave your way around. Now, is it on the left? Oh, is this the lady? She's right here waiting for me. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. That was maybe my next to the last order. $3.75 with a full this offer of $3.75. DoorDash pay of $3.75 with a 0 tip. So, meaning, most likely, because it wasn't that far, that it had been rejected a few times and got up to $3.75. So, it's frustrating with no tip. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, so we're over here close. We're kind of more close to going back to Alcoa where Chili's is. So I'm going to run over this way just to see if I can get a Chili's, a Buffalo Wild Wings, Whataburger, or McAllister's probably closed. Chili's is probably closed on a Monday night. Swing back over across the freeway where there's a McDonald's. I haven't had an order at that McDonald's. I haven't had one on this 2 weeks. But I had some right before I went on vacation. But there's a Taco Bell over there. There's a couple other little places. There's a Dairy Queen, Jersey Mike's. I rarely get Jersey Mike orders, but it's there. Cookie Crumble. The problem with those places is it could be a long delivery. But I am at 85.82 plus 12 is 97.82. So one more delivery is all I need, people. Come on. Give it to me, please. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. So far, nothing. Oh, that didn't feel good. We're gonna take this one time around the world, see if we can get one order. If not, I'm just gonna go to the house. Chili's parking lot looks pretty empty. McAllister's, the lights are all off. Moe's, there's nobody at Moe's Southwest Grill. The lights are off at Secura. Buffalo Wild Wings even looks dead. There's one car in the drive-thru at Whataburger. Alright people, we are dropping the ball here. Somebody needs to give me one order. One order. Dropping below the empty line. Let's see, I have been that's odd. It says I've only been 242 miles, so something tells me I didn't set the trip right. That does not sound right. But I guess it is. 10 gallons at 24 miles a gallon. Yeah, that is right. I guess the last time either I didn't reset it and I got 500. I think. DoorDash, you're dropping the ball here. This is not acceptable. Acceptable, DoorDash, come on. Alright, gonna go get gas. I'll be right back. Alright. We are back. Keys are in my pocket. We have a full tank of gas. And we don't have any DoorDashes. I did get a message from the non-tipper that says, "Thank you so much for the great service. And I love your stickers." So that was nice of her to say that. Alright. Let me reset this trip. And see how to get out of here with headlights on. Alright. I only need one more order, people. Am I gonna get it? Am I going to get it? $10 on a Monday night. It seems a little frustrating. Popeyes, KFC, Burger King, Arby's. McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Papa John's. Ooh. One last order. And it is way out in the boonies. We'll take it for $8.75. Puts me over the top. Last order taken at 10 p.m. Alright, I will be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Another last delivery of a Dashing in the Dark episode. We're going to hit, I know we're not going to need to, but where is the pause button? What have they done? DoorDash, quit jacking with the menu. They've messed it all up. I don't know where the heck it is. It's not on here anymore. Well, that is... Oh, there it is. Okay. I set the pause button. They're updating the app all the time. I gotta get directions. 13 minutes to this place, 7 whole miles, way up in the backwoods of Brant. And it says that it is it says there's a gate code. So yeah, so that just means it's out there. And it's a nice neighborhood if they have a gate. And there are some nice neighborhoods way out in the middle of nowhere. So that's where we're going in the middle of the night. While we're dashing in the dark. Alright. So we made it to $100. Yay! We made it to $100 on a Monday night. And that is with only having gold status. Only having gold status, we made it to 100. So I'm glad about that. We made it with tips, but we made it. Same thing with last Wednesday, we made it with tips. Just barely, but we made it. And I think last Wednesday I worked a little past 10. This one's probably going to be 10:20-ish. Well, no, it's going to be 10:22 before I deliver it. It's going to be 10:40 or so by the time I get home. So, but that's alright. It is okay. It is okay. Just means I got a 20-minute gap, maybe a little bit more to get my steps in. because I am up to 5477, so that just means I'm only going to have to get about 4,500, which takes about 45 minutes. So before I was at, I don't know what I was at, but anyway, I was going to need over 5,000 steps the last time I looked. I just have this goal to get 10,000 steps every day, and the app that I use through Samsung, my Samsung watch, my Samsung phone, it's called Samsung Health, and it's a hard set at midnight. If you don't get it by midnight, then your steps are going to the next day. I wish they would fix it to where you could get your steps in your waking hours. So if I'm awake from 6 a.m. till 3 a.m. and it takes me that long to get my steps in that day, it's still my day. My day doesn't end at midnight like most people, right? But according to the app, it does. My walking day is over at midnight. So it's okay though. It is okay. I know the rules. I know the rules. Now here's one of the rules that I fail all the time, is making this turn. Because this turn is less than a mile away. It's up here in the dark, and it's on the right hand side, and I always miss it. So tonight I'm going to do my best to not miss it. I'm gonna do my best to not miss it. So the roads get narrower and more curvy back in here. And this road doesn't look like it goes anywhere. That's the kicker with it. It's like, oh, this road goes into some fancy neighborhoods? You would think they would fix the road. And the road name is spelled Pamalaway on the street sign. Pamela Way. But it's on GPS as Pamela Way. So who knows what's right? I would think that the street sign is wrong. Like they should have put a space between Pamela and Way, but they didn't. Alright, I already saw one deer on the side of the road. So I gotta be extra careful, because I don't need any damage to the car while I'm driving out in the middle of nowhere. And there's some rabbits over there. Oh man, this thing's way back here. Oh crap, 90-degree turn. a turn. It's just this thing turns this way only. Then I think this is where maybe it leads in to this road that is not labeled. It doesn't have a street, but it has a gate. And then there's a bunch of freaking houses out in here. Alright, so that means I gotta get out of GPS, go over here, gate code. And there's two different things. Please enter 5-digit code. So, we'll try it on this one first.
Access granted.
Oh, access granted. Thank you very much. So, I guess instead of taking down the old gatekeeper code, they just attached a new one next to it. Alright, now I need to get back to the directions because this thing still is 1 mile up into this neighborhood of which you can't see sheesh. I just wonder what these people's internet is like out here. And why? I don't think they need a gate, to tell you the truth. Because nobody knows these houses are out here. No one has a clue. And my guess is spring, I don't know. I wish my brights would light up the road more. Wow, and it's still ways down in here. My goodness. This is absolutely bonkers. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna try this road here. It splits off. Okay, it looks like I'm going the right way. I'm gonna have to have GPS to get out of here, that's for sure. I'm assuming this is it. Even though it says the road goes through, but I don't know if it does or not. Well, it says it does. Fingers crossed this is the right house. Leave it at the door. No pictures from before. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go deliver this and we'll wrap it up afterwards. Alright guys. That put us at $94.57 through the app. That order was 14 out of 14 today. And it was $3.75 DoorDash pay with a $5 tip. And 6 hours and 14 minutes. So I'm gonna hit end dash, and it just takes me over to it doesn't give me a recap anymore. So where did we end up today? Acceptance is up to 96, completion 99, on time 92, 5.0 with 92 deliveries in the last 30 days. So not bad on that. So we had a total of earnings was again $94.57 with $12 in tips would have put us at $106. So very good end to a Monday for a little over 6 hours plus the time to get home. So yeah, not too bad. Now I need to find a map home because I am not going to be able to remember how to get out of here. 18 minutes to get to the house. So yeah. Anyway, all right. Hey, thanks for tagging along with the Rambling Dasher on another version of Dashing in the Dark. As always, it's good times for me, and look forward to doing it again tomorrow night. So we'll catch you later. Have a good night. Bye.